открывается. И со вчерашнего, да, и со вчерашнего дня Азербайджан у нас в зеленой зоне. Поэтому Казахстан у нас в зеленой зоне. Поэтому без паспорта вакцинации во Францию welcome, милости просим, страна ждет. Сейчас не так, наверное, будет много. Хотя не знаю, как бы сколько будет туристов в этом году, этим летом. Сезон как бы обещает быть интересным. Как оно повернется, никто сейчас предсказать не может. Но самое главное, что я говорю, страна открывается, страна ждет. И, конечно же, то, что вот у нас сегодня такое французское Hyatt-атака, это дорогого стоит, потому что действительно, мне кажется, что нужно с этого уже и начать. У нас тем более прекрасная как бы группа отелей, которая охватывает максимальное количество регионов во Франции. И вот сегодня мы как раз это все максимально хорошо представим. Хочу сказать, что для России мы еще остаемся, Россия остается в оранжевой зоне, Узбекистан оранжевая зона еще, да, по-моему, вот я как раз хотела только что позвонила в Ату Франс, но у меня нет точной информации, но в любом случае паспорт вакцинации еще пока нужен. Соответственно, я думаю, для Узбекистана это небольшая проблема, но для России как бы тоже наш клиент уже, в общем-то, все давно получили, поэтому худо-бедно как бы тоже летают. Главное теперь, чтобы самолеты были. Вот. Ну, будем надеяться и верить. Я, честно говоря, несмотря ни на что, все равно сумасшедший оптимист, остаюсь, была и буду, и зная, что сейчас через Стамбул летать можно, через Сербию летать можно, и главное, что в зависимости от других европейских стран, если есть визы, французское консульство работает прекрасно везде, вот как раз без паспорта вакцинации в России ставят визы, имейте это в виду, как бы ставят хорошо, четко. Они, в принципе, и во время как бы с конца февраля визы французы как ставили, так и ставят. Единственное, только они чуть облегчили сейчас условия. Поэтому, в принципе, имея на руках визу, имея на руках билет гарантированный и для кого-то паспорт вакцинации, а для кого-то уже и ничего, можно совершенно спокойно влетать во Францию. Вот, поэтому давайте будем уверенно смотреть в будущее и все-таки летний сезон планировать там, где мы привыкли, где наши клиенты привыкли планировать, а именно Лазурный берег, прекрасная экскурсионная программа по Парижу, потому что оно так должно быть. Потому что оно так должно быть, и оно так будет. Вот. А сейчас я как бы предоставляю слово Асенечке, да, потому что давай скажи два слова, счастливый человек из зеленой зоны, махни рукой и уже скажи, кто как за кем будет выступать.
Добрый день еще раз, дорогие коллеги. Действительно, новость потрясающая. Наконец-то мы этого дождались, потому что Франция касательно европейских направлений всегда была направлением номер один. Сейчас мы с вами выдохнем и начнем спокойно планировать путешествия совместно с нашими клиентами. Я, как всегда, на связи. Мы с вами в любом случае все это еще раз обсудим. Дополнительно на наших встречах, когда я буду приходить к вам в агентство. Ну и мой номер контактный у вас тоже есть. И на самом деле новость просто потрясающая. Вот буквально вчера об этом узнали. Ну и, в принципе, мы можем начать наши презентации. Первым будет выступать Александр. Александр, can you hear me?
Yes.
So we can start.
Okay, with pleasure. Well, thank you very much. Добрый день. Здравствуйте. Меня зовут Саша. My name is Alexandre, and I work for Hyatt Hotels for a long time. Can I ask you just to please mute yourself?
Дорогие коллеги, мы можем, пожалуйста, попросить вас выключить ваши микрофоны, ваш звук, потому что это немножечко сбивает наших спикеров сегодня. Спасибо большое.
Спасибо большое. So, for those who don't know me yet, I've been working with Hyatt for the past 13 years. I know very well the MTK teams, and thank you very much for your support, and thank you very much for offering us the opportunity to present in front of you today. So I'm going to introduce you quickly who is going to speak today. And here we are, with my colleagues and friends from Hyatt Hotels in France. So we will first meet with Valérie, senior sales manager at the amazing Hotel du Palais in Biarritz. Then we'll have our friend Romain Menardi from Hyatt Regency Nice, Palais de la Méditerranée. I'm sure you can't wait to hear what he has to say about his beautiful hotel. I will be doing some presentation because I'm representing all of France Hotel. You will meet for the first time with your new contact at Parquet Paris Vendôme, my colleague and friend Antoine Duflog. So without further ado, thank you very much for attending our presentation. So as I said, I'm in charge of representing whole Hyatt hotels in France, which means a lot of beautiful luxury properties in areas that you are familiar with, I'm sure. Paris, first of all, and of course, as well, the south of France, with the most recent extension in the city of Biarritz here, where you will hear about Hotel du Palais. Biarritz is a beautiful destination, and Valérie will tell you more about it. We have two amazing hotels on the French Riviera, one in Nice, Hotel du Palais de la Méditerranée, and one in Cannes, the famous Martinez, and three beautiful hotels in Paris. Let me just add one more thing before we get into the presentation. Our collection of hotels, I'm talking here luxury hotels, has a brand that you may not have heard of. It's called the Unbound Collection. So for those who know Hyatt, you probably know Hyatt, Hyatt Regency, which are our luxury brands, Park Hyatt, which is really our very residential top luxury brand. And then we have the Unbound Collection. And this Unbound Collection is a collection of historical, unique hotel, too important or too, what can I say, historical to be branded a specific brand. So these hotels are independent and independent minded. And without further ado, let's start with the Hotel du Palais, which is a great example of what a Unbound Collection hotel is. Valérie, are you with us?
I am. Thank you, Alexandre. Bonjour, dear MCT team. Hotel du Palais has been a long partner of MTC, and I would like to take this opportunity for thanking you for your precious and close cooperation. I'm delighted to share with you the latest news of our hotel, newly part of the Unbound Collection by Hyatt. The hotel has been on renovation for the last 3 years and will reopen the 3rd of June. This landmark with a rich, prestigious past and unique location in Biarritz is the only historical palace on the Atlantic coast. It was built in the Second Empire in 1854 by Napoleon III as a token of love for Empress Eugenie. From that time, also, Biarritz had created strong relationship with Russia, welcoming Tsar families such as Romanovsky, Oldenburg, Pavlovich, and so on. Here on this picture, you can see the beautiful seawater swimming pool heated at 28 degrees with direct access to the beach and padding area for children. Our property is a family resort, a romantic destination for honeymooners, and the resort is downtown. Restaurants, shopping area at walking distance. I invite you now to discover a video of the first phase of our renovation.
Le ciel bleu vole en silence, les cœurs des gens amoureux. ciel bleu volent en silence les cœurs des gens amoureux. Sur mon chemin, comme je suis bien, sans mes tracas quotidiens. Tête légère, regard au loin, rien ne vaut les joies éphémères. Sur le ciel bleu volent en silence les cœurs des gens amoureux. Sur mon chemin, comme je suis bien, sans mes tracas quotidiens. Tête légère, regard au loin, rien ne vaut les joies éphémères.
That was a nice journey.
Oh. So I hope you have enjoyed this nice video. I find it very glamorous as the city of Biarritz, which offer large beaches, iconic museums, famous market, Les Halles. Don't forget, we are in France. And also the authentic Basque country nearby. Alexandre, if you could go next picture. Yes, about Biarritz and the beautiful Basque country, where the folklore is still living, and San Sebastian, only at 40 minutes drive. Next slide. Yes. I'm going now to present you our hotel. We have 86 rooms and 56 suites. The hotel will reopen the 3rd of June after 3 years of tremendous renovation, keeping our heritage and introducing modernity. Our own workshop with art painter, tapestry makers are dedicated in keeping the spirit of the house. Each room and suite offer a unique view of the city of Biarritz or panoramic views on the Atlantic Ocean, elegantly decorating with a Napoleon III flair. The cruise liner collection, Alexandre, could you go back? Yes. The cruise liner collection at the 5th floor offers a different and special marine atmosphere with rounded windows and portholes. Now, I would like to take you through our magnificent suites. For family, we have family suites and connected rooms. from Junior Suite, Palais Suite, Imperial Suite. They are designed in a distinctive style with a mix of bespoke furnishing, antiques, and objets d'art, with vibrant shades of different blues reflecting the ocean. The majority carry the names of head of suites of states of personality who have stayed with us, such as Romanov, Orlov, Duke of Windsor, or Sir Winston Churchill. The prestigious Royal Suite, we are going to see it now, the Royal Suite, is a pinnacle of luxury in Biarritz with a superb panoramic terrace and ideal for honeymooners. I would like now to introduce you to our main outlets. First of all, La Rotonde, our main and gourmet restaurant overlooking the ocean, where our executive chef, Aurélien Largeau, has just been awarded with 1 Michelin star. His pastry chef, Alexandre Oliver, has received the award for the Passion dessert. So we are really proud of these 2 chefs. And the famous French chef Alain Ducasse was married in La Rotonde and comments that for him, it was the best worldwide dining room for its incredible and unique view and decoration. The lounge, where you can have a meal at any time of the day or an afternoon tea with its fabulous terrace overlooking the Bay of Biarritz. The Napoleon III bar, our new trendy bar, selected gins, whiskey, vintage, champagne is a place to be in Biarritz. And now the Imperial Spa, connected to the hotel. Guerlain Institute and Leonor Grail offer a full range of face and body care. Our coaches at the fitness give lessons of yoga, Pilates, paddle, and surf lessons. And to finish, the Club Impérial with our outside swimming pool heated at 28 degrees overlooking the ocean, with children's swimming pool and direct access to the famous beach, La Grande Plage. Private cabanas available to rent. During school holidays, we have Kids Club offering exciting choice of fulfilled activities for children between 3 and 14 years old. So I'm based on property and happy to help you for your bookings as well as welcoming guests. Thank you for your attention and hope to welcome you in Biarritz. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Valérie. And now we are going from one coast to another, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. Mr. Romain, are we ready?
Александр, спасибо, Валерий, спасибо. Вот эта гостиница просто фантастика в Биарриц. Ну, меня зовут Роман, я директор продаж в Ницце, а я не буду делать весь презентации по-русски, но я только хотел вам сказать, что я очень рад делать такая презентация для вас. Я не буду делать все по-русски, потому что, как вы, может быть, знаете, я говорю по-русски как 3-летний ребенок, но я буду говорить по-английски сейчас. So, bonjour and welcome everybody. Welcome to Nice, the capital of the French Riviera. So I represent the Hotel Palais de la Méditerranée, which is a landmark as well itself, the same way as the Hotel du Palais in Biarritz is. The hotel has 90 years old and has much history to offer for its guests. I will come back to that a bit later. So where do we stand? We stand in Nice on the Promenade des Anglais, facing the sea. We are a 5-star hotel with 187 rooms, including 11 suites in total. It offers a variety of activities around because Nice is centrally located in the French Riviera. in between Monaco and Cannes. So whether you want to do sea activities during summer or would like to go maybe during winter to the mountains, the first stations are only 2 hours drive or 15 minutes by helicopter if your clients wishes to do a helicopter ride for a day trip. You can go, to Grasse, City of Perfume, go to the festival in Cannes or the Grand Prix in Monaco with less than an hour drive. So central location. The city of Nice has itself very much changed over the past few years. I myself was born in Nice, so I can tell you a few years ago, the city was still in development. So now we have a new renovation in the city, pedestrian area, all the city center, in the old market, the tramway line, much more museum, a new restaurant scene that has really risen for the past 10 years. So a lot of trendy restaurants now in Nice. So it's really a city in itself that lives throughout the year, not only for I would say summer vacation. Then moving on to the next slide. If we are looking at the history of the Palais de la Méditerranée, so as I said, we are 90 years old. The Palais de la Méditerranée historically was a casino. It was open as a casino and a concert hall for many events. It was built by one of the American billionaire, Francis J. Gould, back in the days when the French Riviera really had its golden age in terms of tourism. So it was the largest casino in the world at the time. So we welcomed all of the big stars, Edith Piaf, Josephine Baker, and so many others during that time. The hotel was, unfortunately, the building of the Palais de la Méditerranée was destroyed in the 1980s, but remained the facade. And this is where the family Tétinger at the time decided to recreate, give a second life to this building and created a hotel and a casino as well behind the facade. So you have the historical facade that is Art Deco. It's a unique monument on the French Riviera, very much Instagrammable, as I like to say, and then all the facilities of a modern building that are behind this facade. So moving on to the next slide, Instagrammable, that's kind of the pictures I wanted to show. The hotel has been built in a very different way compared to what it was in the beginning, in a sense that it was a closed building before destruction. When we did the renovation of the hotel, we decided on the third floor of the hotel to create really a leisure area where you have a swimming pool that is indoor and outdoor, open throughout the year, dedicated for our clients. And that is open onto an open area, kind of an agora, an atrium, where you have the restaurants. You can take the breakfast in the morning outdoor. We really serve food, I would say breakfast, lunch, and dinner throughout the year from April until the end of October. So you really live outside on the French Riviera. And this is one of the main advantages of the hotel and our bedrooms as well, is the large living area, outdoor living area. So a little example of the breakfast that is taken on the third floor of our restaurant. And then moving on to the next slide. We have a partner, private beach. So it's not our own private beach, but it's the most historical private beach in Nice. That's called Le Rul, which is stone throw away from the hotel. You really walk, I would say, 45 seconds. You can see the hotel on the background of the picture that is on the left-hand side. We have a special offer for MTC clients during summer. For any suite booking that is arriving between the 1st of June until the end of August, for any suite booking, we will include the access to the private beach, which includes, sunbed, the towel, the shade as well. That's worth technically 29 euros per person and per day. But for any suite booking, this will be complimentary for your guests. So we hope this will be an added value that you will appreciate and your guests will appreciate. Although you might not see this directly on the rate information when booking on the platform from MTC, this is something that will be added ad hoc, okay, or that you can request as well by email. I am your contact. at the hotel, and so I will make sure that this will apply for all your guests staying in suites. As I said, the outdoor living lifestyle of the French Riviera is really what matters the most. You know, starting from Easter, we live outdoor. So this is a picture of one of the partial sea view that we have at the hotel. So you see a very large terrace when you can have a sunbed as well. You are next to the facade, so that gives as well an historical, can I say, impression to your stay. And so you have both view on the sea and as well on the interior courtyard of the hotel that is really lively during spring and summer. The style of the hotel and the bedrooms is Art Deco, a contemporary Art Deco. All our rooms have been soft refurbished last time in 2017. And I would say what really makes the difference, because there are many hotels in Nice, a few 5-star, not many, but a few. If I have to find a differentiation between our hotel and the others, would be first the outdoor living spaces that we give in the rooms. And secondly, I would say the number of suites and the quality of the suites we have. This is not a suite technically, this is a standard room I'm showing you. This is one of the top suites that we have at the 9th floor of the hotel. So really signature suites, one of a kind for each. This one is a panoramic suite that is overlooking the east side of the city. You have almost a 180 degrees views over the Promenade des Anglais and the city of Nice. It's 80 square meter with a terrace that is as large as the bedroom itself. It's really one of the best sellers. Is that it connects to a sea view room, so it can become a 2-bedroom suite with a door that will be, closing these two units. So for families, it's really ideal because you can have up to 5 people in these two units. There is a new feature that will be launched very soon, but that could help you, sell to your client or just see how the suite look like. Is a 3D virtual tour of the suites, of the 2 top suites, which are the penthouse and the panoramic suites. So fingers crossed, the internet work. It's a demo version that we are showing you. It's not really live on the website, but it will be very soon. And as you can see, you will be able freely to navigate over the suite. So this one is the penthouse suite, which is facing on the other side the panoramic suite. It's 120 square meter. It's got an additional bed, mostly for children, that you can close the panel if you want some more privacy. This is the bathroom of the suite that has been renovated last time in 2017. And Alexandre, if you go, because you are the one in control, if you go into the living room, you can click on the little 360 degrees icon that is on yes, and then you can have a view 360 of what the suite look like, the terrace looks like from the suite. So it's really a unique feature. This is available for common areas of the hotel, but as well the top suites. So it really helps, picturing yourself and your clients who can picture themselves into the suite prior to their travel, and probably will make their decision easier. So that's a new feature. And so, yeah, I've said it all, why to come to Nice, the location, the weather throughout the year that is very decent. Think of Nice as well as a winter destination. We've been awarded by UNESCO World Heritage City last fall as a city resort during winter, which is the history of Nice. When you think of the history, the White Russians started to travel there from the 19th century and even before during winter because the weather is so decent. There was a show in Nice recently, a theater show picturing the life of Maria Bashkirtsefa, who used to be a great painter, and she died too early, and she lived in Nice during winter and in Paris during summer. So think of Nice as well a winter destination. In terms of equipment of the hotel, the suites. I've said it all. You know, I am your contact. I really hope that travel will be easier in the next few months, and you know, reach me if you need anything.
Thank you, Romain. Thank you very much. Yes, there is nothing like having a glass of rosé in the middle of December by the sea. So thank you very much.
Дорогие коллеги, я просто думаю, что... Сори, Александр. Я просто думаю, что если у вас есть вопросы, то вы их задавайте, пожалуйста, по ходу, а то потом мы, наверное, уже не вернемся к этим описаниям. Пожалуйста. Или вы их задаете в чат. Как удобно. Non, je pense qu'il faut poser des questions maintenant parce qu'après, on ne va pas revenir. Tu poses toujours la question, ok, Alexandre?
Okay, so if anyone has question for Romain, and now is the time because Romain, as I know, he has a busy schedule, so he can answer question now, but he will have to excuse himself. So if you have question later, I can also answer them if you want. So, question, anyone?
Moi, j'ai une question. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez sur la saison qui arrive au niveau de clientèle CS? Romain, sur la Côte d'Azur, à Nice, qu'est-ce que tu en penses?
Alors, je pense que tant que la législation... en français ou en anglais, Anne?
En anglais, désolé. Я переведу свой вопрос. Извините, я просто говорю, меня этот вопрос как бы немножко беспокоит. Что они думают по поводу CIS-маркета на это лето, а именно на Лазурном берегу? Вот я его задала. Какие их прогнозы? Окей.
I think for the, you know, it's really hard to tell at the moment. Of course, the travel is still difficult considering the situation. I have good hopes that you know, things could get better by summer in terms of easiness to travel. In terms of sanitary restriction, now in France, you have no more, you know, sanitary pass in the restaurant, no more masks to wear. Still, if you want to take a plane, you need to show either a PCR or green pass, you know, sanitary pass. But I take the example of my parents-in-law. They traveled from St. Petersburg, so via Finland, and they arrived to France last weekend. So travel is possible. Okay, they had the vaccine, of course, which make it easier to travel. So I would say, as long as there's a vaccine for your guests and enabling them to enter to Europe, the gateway could be Hungary as well. This is a possibility. So I have good hopes that things could get easier. Travel is possible at the moment, not really easy. So hopefully it will get better. So I'm very optimistic.
And what about Russian-speaking people in the French Riviera?
Oh, so we have...
It's not dangerous?
No. You know, we have 40,000 Russian-speaking citizens living in between Monaco and Cannes throughout the year. So you know, it's I live it personally with my family, who's Russian. There is nothing to fear, okay? Because we make the difference between the politics and the people.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So if you don't have any more questions about Nice, allow me to take you on a very short drive and go directly to Cannes, the other city on the French Riviera, and to present you the beautiful Hotel Martinez. So I guess some of you know it already or heard of it or seen it. This is the time where you want to put your high heels on, your stilettos, your best dress, your tuxedo, because we're going to the glamorous city of Cannes. So we have kind of parallel histories between the Palais de la Méditerranée and Hotel Martinez in Cannes. It was all a period in the 1920s, 1930s, where hotel just were built, massive, beautiful luxury hotel, and Hotel Martinez was one of the first opened in 1929. So again, 90 years of history, nearly 93, by Emmanuel Martinez. And the story goes on because it was renovated in 2018, and then 2019 we never stopped, and we called the rock star of hotel design called Pierre-Yves Rochon. Pierre-Yves Rochon has worked on most of the Four Seasons in Europe, so he's very famous, very well known, and he has brought his, you know, little touch to the Hotel Martinez. So let me just tell you a little personal story. I did not grow up on the French Riviera, but my family comes from there. And every time I was passing by the immaculate facade of the Martinez in Cannes, I always thought I would never be able to just step in the hotel or just put a foot in there. And now I'm working there. And this hotel is absolutely an icon, a legend of Cannes. So for those who have not been to Cannes, we are facing the Riviera on the street alongside the sea, which is called La Croisette. And you have this magnificent 400 rooms building, you know, like a monument. And you see always like these fancy cars, convertible cars, the Ferrari, the Rolls-Royce, etc., passing by and, you know, stopping over and being welcomed by the GM. So it's really incredible. And it has truly the touch of the 1930s Art Deco style. So you see a little bit of what it is like now in the rooms since they were renovated, fully renovated again in 2018, 2019. And as you can see, it's very much Riviera style. We used a lot of lacquer, a lot of elements that should remind you from the cruise liners, you know, these big boats crossing the ocean in the 1930s, 1920s. So there is this very comforting, beautiful, clean lines that are absolutely stunning, all mixed with the yellow and blue, pale blue colors. Reflecting the colors of the sea, which you, of course, obviously can see from your room. So the hotel is also a great collection of suites, 27 suites. I especially love this one, La Suite des Oliviers. Look at this. It has a 250 square meter terrace. You probably see yourself with a glass of champagne here, organizing a little party. So that's very unique. But the best is actually the most recent enhancement of the hotel was done in 2021. And the general manager will speak about it. If the video starts. Of course, it doesn't work. Up. Okay, well, let's forget about the video. I'm sorry about that. But basically, we are here in the penthouse residence of the hotel. So for those who have seen the hotel, we are on the 7th floor of the hotel. So on the very top floor, we are under the sign Martinez, and we are here welcome in this incredible penthouse residence suite, which is now one of the largest suites in Europe. We're talking a suite of 1,250 square meter, and it's actually made of 2 suites that can be combined. And these 2 suites, of course, are under the patronage of 2 important figures of the film industry. So as you may know as well, there is a very important film festival taking place every year in Cannes. This year, it will be back in the second half of May. So in case you have plans to travel in Cannes around this date, I would recommend to wait a little bit because unfortunately, the city of Cannes is fully booked. But of course, Cannes is a city that lives with the cinema, with the movie industry. And so the hotel called upon Isabelle Huppert. Isabelle Huppert is one of the most important French actresses. She actually was recognized by the New York Times as one of the most influential actresses of the 21st century. And another person called Thierry Frémaux. Thierry Frémaux is the director of the Film Festival of Cannes. And as you can see, they all brought their own inspiration with them in the suite. Thierry Frémaux more in a masculine way with the black and white colors, and Isabelle Huppert more in the pastel tones. So it's very, very elegant and chic. But not only that, also their books, their fragrances, their room service menu. So everything has been personalized. But the best is to enjoy the view from this incredible 450 square meter terrace. So here, another glass of champagne, maybe a bottle, we'll see. You can sit down, relax, and enjoy the view over the magnificent Bay of Cannes. Cannes is also about a little bit about party, right? So you want to put your best dress in your tuxedo for some reason. So not only you can walk to the festival, to the Palais des Festivals, or go to your yacht or to your private boat, but you can also enjoy some dinner in our places. So we have Le Jardin du Martinez, which is the place where we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. La Plage, the beach, of course, which is more in party mode. Every night after 10 p.m., the DJ comes up and there is a lot of animation. There is very funny. And for a more fancy dinner, something a little more fine dining, we can recommend the La Palme d'Or. La Palme d'Or is our Michelin star restaurant. So as you might have heard, the Michelin Guide was recently released, and we are very proud to keep our 2 Michelin star. So which is actually a unique situation in the city. We are the one hotel with 2 Michelin star. And actually the chef collaborates with his wife to design not only what's in the dishes, but the dishes itself. As you can see, they are all very creative and lively. So that's very, very unique. And we have this outdoor seating, which make it absolutely pleasant in the summertime. The breakfast as well is worth mentioning. We work on the concept of a little market, a little Provence being the region where we are. So sourcing local product, using the local baker. So this is very unique. The beach, of course, will be open this summer with the private cabanas available, and always, you know, a good idea. Last year we've organized electric boats leaving from the pontoon of the hotel from the main deck, and you know, taking you on a day trip to the island of Les Reims, which are the islands you see on the other side of the bay, for a chic picnic prepared by Chef Christian Sinicropi, who is our 2 Michelin star chef and executive chef of the hotel. Last but not least, I would like to mention that for those who knew the hotel before, we have been called many times and they put back the swimming pool. We want the pool, we want the pool. And yes, here it is. We are finally putting up a pool in the beautiful central garden of the hotel. So this is the area facing the mountain, and we designed a beautiful tranquility garden in the middle of this area, where we will have this lap pool, but also, and this is breaking news and fresh from yesterday, a whole new spa. And this spa will be done by Maison de Beauté Carita, which is one of the most famous cosmetic and beauty brands in France. So we're very, very proud to finally have a new brand coming up in our spa in Martinez. So beautiful hotel. We're open all year long. Again, this is more where you want to party and have fun and, you know, enjoy the beautiful Riviera life. If you have any question on the south of France and Martinez, please go ahead, because I'm continuing on and going because we're flying to Paris right after. Any question?
No.
All good?
It's okay.
Oh, okay, perfect. So from Nice to Paris, it's a 1-hour flight. It's very easy to get to. Actually, Nice is where you have the international airport. I'm sure you know that. We just like to take a 20-25 minutes car drive to the airport, and we arrive in beautiful Paris. And what is the best way to explore Paris for the first time, besides, you know, being right where it all happens? So let me introduce you to a hotel that you may not have heard of, which is actually one of the best kept secret of Paris. I'm talking about the Hyatt Paris Madeleine. So we are here in the 8th arrondissement of Paris. We are, so if you look at the map, I'm showing you quickly, we are right here. So it means that, so the Louvre Museum will be here, the Eiffel Tower will be here. So we are close to the city center where it's all happening. I'm talking about the Opera area, I'm talking about the Louvre area, I'm talking about the Vendôme Square, and I'm talking as well about the Champs-Élysées, which is the large, long avenue you see here from the Arc de Triomphe till La Concorde. And the hotel will be right here, a few blocks away. So why is this location great? Because you're in the chic district of Paris. It's called the 8th arrondissement. As you may know, we have 20 arrondissements, 20 districts in Paris. The 8th is one of the most important. And we are here very close as well to the department store of Printemps, of Galeries Lafayette. You have here the Faubourg Saint-Honoré. It's a very dangerous place for your credit cards, because here it's full of luxury stores, like the Hermès flagship store, for instance, among many others. So beautiful area in a typical Haussmannian building. And why it's not so famous? Because this hotel is very boutique, is very small. We are talking only 85 rooms here, with actually one incredible feature that I will reveal very soon. The hotel is absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. It's very cozy and nice. When you arrive, you immediately arrive into this lounge called La Chinoiserie, which is where you can have all day drinking and wine, etc. And we have a beautiful glass roof from the 19th century that, you know, sheds a beautiful light there in this cozy atmosphere, which is absolutely perfect. By the way, a lot of locals come here for the food. We have Chef Sébastien Roux, a local chef, who has been awarded Master Cook of France, Maître Cuisinier de France, and who has the very nice approach of, you know, sourcing only local products from or around Paris. And I can tell you, every time I go there, it's an absolute delight. Of course, the drinks are there, but the best about this location and about this hotel is that actually we were in one of the few hotels of our collection and in Paris where you have enjoyed the beautiful views on the Eiffel Tower. And that's very unique. And especially when you look at our collection of suites. So the hotel is very small, again, 85 rooms, but a beautiful collection of suites. And I'll start right away by trying to sell you my presidential suite for one very good reason. Nobody knows it's one of the most affordable presidential suites in Paris. You can, of course, ask our partners from MTK for quotes, but I can tell you this is barely the price of a suite in a Palace hotel, which will be a 5-star plus hotel. I forgot to mention the hotel is 5-star. And the hotel was renovated in 2018, so it's very recent. We didn't use it very much in 2020. And this presidential suite offers inside a view over the Eiffel Tower, and you're sharing a beautiful living room area where you can throw a little party if you want. This is pictures from a little party we've done last month, so very nice, with the chef shaving some truffle and cutting the birthday cake. But you have as well an incredible terrace of 40 square meters overlooking the whole city, including the Montmartre area, which is the church you see on the left here. So it's truly magical for first-timers in Paris, not willing to spend as much money as they would in a Palace hotel. They can get here a very, very excellent price value for money in this presidential suite. And this is not the last, actually. You can continue, because on the same floor, we're on the 7th floor, we share with 2 other suites with view on the Eiffel Tower or views over the Monument of Paris. And all of this is very, very pleasant. I've been working for that hotel for nearly a year and a half. This is my bestseller. I've been selling it to presidents, head of states. They like it because it's discreet, and because it's very charming because of the design of the hotel. So as you can see, we work a lot on wood, on you know, leather color, brown, pastel, beige. So it's very elegant, reflecting very much the codes of luxury. Again, a great place to have a glass of champagne. But it's not only about the presidential suite, as well our junior suite, especially on the 2nd floor. As you can see, have this gigantic ceiling where you can enjoy, you know, these beautiful views on the Boulevard Haussmann, premium suite, and goes on and so on and so on. One thing I'd like to mention as well about the hotel is the French breakfast. So what is the French breakfast? Actually, this is one of the particularities of the chef. He finds and buys products from Paris or within a range of 200 kilometers around Paris. So everything you see here on this table has been sourced locally, even the salmon, and it takes pride in making, you know, this you know, very strong connection with the local producer, and that will be reflected everywhere in his food, but also in the menus. Everything is Parisian, apéro Parisian, coquillette à la Parisian, so everything is Parisian. And actually, it's an impressive culinary legacy we have in Paris, and we don't know about it. So it's a good time to rediscover it. The hotel as well has a very cute spa with a steam room, fitness center, etc., which is being redone. We are enhancing it now, so hopefully by the end of the year we will be done. And this is your contact, Josephine, who is the director of sales and marketing at the hotel. Of course, I can answer any question, but again, our friends and partners from NTK will be more than happy to help with that. I am done with the beautiful Hyatt Paris Madeleine. Mr. Dufloc, are we ready to speak?
Yes, absolutely, Alexandre.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Alexander. We also have a question in our chat regarding Martinez, regarding sunbeds.
Yes.
On Martinez, sunbeds have to be by or it's hotel area. Could
So
you
it
please
has to be,
answer too?
no, it has to be bought. It has to be rented. I
has to be
I
rented.
can precise you the rate later, but yes, there is of course there is a fee for the sunbed in our hotel.
Thank you very much.
What is the other question? Ah, no, Romain,
This is the only one.
is the only one? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Antoine.
Great. So very good morning from Paris still. Thank you, Alexandre, for this great introduction. And thank you very much, MTC, for your trust and for this wonderful opportunity to introduce myself to you and to present our beautiful hotel, the Park Hyatt Paris Vendôme. Alexandre, we can go on the next slide. I've tried to connect my webcam, but apparently it doesn't work. I am sorry, Menia Sohut Antoine, and I work for the Park Hyatt Paris Vendôme for already 2.5 years. And now I have the pleasure to be in charge of the CIS region. I speak to you now directly from our Imperial Suite, which is on the picture. It's a 230 square meter apartment with a typical huge Parisian living room of almost 90 square meters. And it's an honor to speak to you directly from the seat or where Elton John was also used to sit sometimes. And believe me, it makes something. And for now, in order to show you our hotel, and if it is fine to you, I will take you for a 24-hour stay at the Park Hyatt Paris Vendôme. So as you can see on this map, we are perfectly located in the center of Paris on the famous Rue de la Paix. It's really the heart of Paris, where we have all the stores, all the jewels stores and everything. The Louvre Museum, the Place Vendôme, the Opéra Garnier is also very close by. We are not so far from the Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré, which is a very famous street with all the big brands. And we are not so far neither from the Galerie Lafayette. In addition to being the perfect heart of Paris, our address is very accessible and offers excellent connections from the train stations, but also with the airports. We can move, Alexandre. Thank you very much. After you transfer from the airport with the Mercedes, which will be booked and arranged directly for yourself by your concierge team, you will arrive on the Rue de la Paix, and you will face this specific, typical Parisian Haussmannian building, the number 5 of the Rue de la Paix. Our facade is listed, and the hotel's opening represented the continuation, actually, of a very beautiful story, because where our hotel is right now was used to be the headquarters of the famous Maison Paquin, which was a house of haute couture at the beginning of the century, and which played a key role, definitely, in the globalization of the Parisian fashion. And years later, the Rue de la Paix and the Place Vendôme remains really at the heart of the luxury business and has a lot of influence in the trends. Our hotel was designed by the world-renowned interior architect Edward Tuttle, which is also very famous for all the work he did for the Hammam resorts, also well-known, very residential and very luxury places all over the world. And you will discover an elegant and very luxury residence, resolutely contemporary, and of course, with the highest quality of comfort and service that make the reputation of Park Hyatt all over the world. When the architect was working on this hotel, his goal was to build a palace, a really luxury hotel. And awarded with the distinction of Palace today, which is given to hotels that are above 5-star rating and fully renovated at the end of 2019, Park Hyatt Paris Vendôme has directly established itself as the first contemporary palace in Paris and still remains, of course, one of the best hotels of the French capital. We can move, Alexandre. Thank you. And when you will enter the hotel, you will directly meet with our concierge team right on your left side. You will be welcomed by them, as always, and probably also by your general manager, which came in the hotel only a few months ago, Mr. Gorka Bergarech, who is happy to tell you a few words.
Yes, okay, Antoine. So I had a challenge before with the video, so I hope it will work this time.
Don't worry. Thank you, Alexandre. apparently it doesn't.
Okay, so basically,
But-
this gentleman is greeting you and saying hello. He wanted to have a special word for you, but technical issues. I'm really sorry. We can move on, Antoine. Sorry.
Okay, but just to, that you know, our new general manager, Mr. Bergaresh, is very human. He is always on the floor and likes meeting with our clients, talking to them. He's really somebody very, very present in the hotel as well.
Yes, please hold for 1 second, Antoine. I'm sorry. I had it created a little trouble here. So please hold on.
Don't worry.
I'm right with you in a second. Voilà.
Thank you for your help, Alexander.
There you go. Yeah.
Here we are. Then, after meeting with our concierge team and Mr. Bergaresh at the entrance of the hotel, you will keep discovering Edward Turtle's universe and his Parisian residence. On your left side, you will be right next to one of our restaurants, and we'll be delighted to make a table ready for lunch in our new Café Jeanne. You can see on the left side, very new in the hotel. It is a spacious and welcoming restaurant and bar, which wanted to celebrate the heritage of the famous French café culture. It is one of the Parisian discreet places where you could see some actor or artists which are used to meet each other in here. So please don't be surprised if you figure out that your neighbor is famous. Since it's very discreet, it is really a very well-known place for secret meetings. And as you can see on the left side, we offer an area inside under our very verrière Eiffel type, or if sun is shining, which I hope, you can sit on the right side on our terrace, which is the second terrace of the hotel and which is very quiet and is really a piece of haven while you are in the center of Paris. And then after lunch, your suite is probably ready. Checking at Hyatt Paris Vendôme is used to be from 3 p.m. But of course, if you wish an early check-in, please do not hesitate to inform us, and you can count on us to do our best to make your suite available early enough. But probably it's from 3 p.m. So we can imagine that you, after your time for lunch, you would like to enjoy to have some time for yourself. And I don't know if you would prefer enjoying a bottle of champagne on our great terrace of our presidential Vendôme suite. You can see we have a big terrace. Yes, exactly. On the corner, which is a 60 square meter terrace overlooking directly the Rue de la Paix, and you can face the Vendôme Square as well. It's really something very unique. It's on the 5th floor. You have a beautiful view. And it's really a very great area. Or maybe you might prefer something else to relax if you move to our other suite, to our presidential duplex suite, which is actually Lady Gaga's one, and which has an impressive and unique huge bathroom designed with our in-suite concept. Located at the 6th and last floor with this exceptional in-suite bathroom, you could have a deep breath directly from your private spa. You have your own jacuzzi, your massage table, but also a gym area and a hairdresser station only for you. Imagine relaxing yourself in this beautiful private hammam, which is facing directly the roofs of Paris. No matter what your preference will be, I'm sure that both options could be the best ways to get full of energy again and to keep enjoying this Parisian weekend. Then, a bit later on in the afternoon, we could advise you to take some time to discover the wonderful shops we have around the corner. Starting, of course, with this prestigious Rue de la Paix and this beautiful Place Vendôme. All the most iconic watches and fine jewelry brands are here. Panerai is one right on our left, Rolex and Tiffany & Co just in front of our door. And on Place Vendôme, actually all the other big players are present. Cartier, Van Cleef, Patek Philippe, and all the others are here. Then, if you're also looking for fashion, you can visit Dior and Louis Vuitton, which are also on Place Vendôme. The shops are quite new and definitely something to see. But then, if you want to walk a few more meters again, you will arrive on the prestigious Rue de Faubourg Saint-Honoré, which hosts all the most prestigious brands of the world. This street is going until the Élysée Palace, and absolutely all the luxury brands are here. Hermes, Saint Laurent, Loro Piana, Gucci, for instance, have decided to have the store in here, in this iconic street, and I'm sure that you could find what you like. Then, after this shopping afternoon, to end this magical Parisian day, you have a table booked in our second restaurant, which is one of the famous Parisian restaurants called Le Pur Jean-François Rouquet. With 1 Michelin star and 4 Goemio talks, this restaurant is an invitation definitely to discover a highly and creative take on French gastronomy. When you enter into this very unique universe, you are immediately facing our beautiful cave and some of the most prestigious wine bottles of the world. Even if it might be difficult to choose one, of course, you can count on our sommelier to help you to make the perfect choice. And for this very specific occasion, as you can see on the picture, you have reserved our table du chef, which is set right next to the kitchen in a dedicated area for a first-hand look at the dishes being made. Our chef, Jean-François Rouquet, likes sharing his passion and is always really, really happy to share his inputs and feedbacks about how things are being done with such an experience. And if you are looking for a unique and strong culinary experience, you can be reassured that you will live one. And finally, after this night evening and hopefully a good and peaceful night, we invite you to enjoy your last peaceful time in our tranquility, in our beautiful sanctuary of tranquility, our spa. If you do not have it in your suite, we welcome you to this specific area dedicated to well-being and beauty. While relaxing at the spa, of course, you can enjoy our jacuzzi, we have a hammam or sauna, and a very newly renovated fitness studio. We work in exclusive collaboration with the exceptional cosmetic brand called La Mer, and our beauty experts, of course, remain fully dedicated to you to perfect your peaceful break with one of our luxurious massage or treatment. And now, unfortunately, a weekend is too short and time flies. It is already the end of your stay with us. We sincerely hope that you have lived a wonderful time, and we already look forward to welcoming you back at Parc Hyatt Paris Vendôme. And personally, thank you very much for listening to me. And of course, I remain at your entire disposal to welcome your precious guest. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Antoine.
Thank you, Antoine. Do we have any question about the Parc Hyatt Paris?
Коллеги, какие-нибудь вопросы есть? So it seems no questions yet.
Okay. So is everyone still awake and ready for the last presentation?
Of course.
Okay, thank you very much. I know it's a long presentation, but we try to keep it entertaining as much as we can. Okay, friends, let's go to the last, thank you. I see, yes, we are ready. Allez, Davai, the last one. So we go to Hotel du Louvre now, which has a particular place in my heart because I was the opening director of sales and marketing in this hotel, not in 1855, I'm a little younger, but in 2018. So we're talking already 4 years back, in what is a legendary hotel. So you remember what I said in opening about the Unbound collection of hotels, these hotels that are a little bit outside of the brand standards. Hotel du Louvre is a perfect example. And actually, we are closing the loop with Hotel du Palais because Hotel du Palais was built in 1854 and Hotel du Louvre in 1855 under the same emperor, Napoleon III. So about the hotel. So again, I'm sorry, this is the third time you see a map of Paris, but basically you need to know that Parc Hyatt Paris Vendôme, Hyatt Madeleine, Hotel du Louvre, they are in a very, very small triangle and you can easily walk from one place to another. Actually, if I walk from Parc Hyatt to Hotel du Louvre, which I do, which is something I do on a daily basis, it will not take me more than 10 minutes. Maybe 15 minutes if I'm wearing high heels, but it's not the case. So it's very easy and very close by. And by the way, the walk is absolutely stunning. So as you can tell by the name, we are just in front of the Louvre Museum, which is right here, which is the physical, historical, cultural city center of Paris. And the hotel has been here for such a long time. It's been open in 1855, so we're talking 170 years back. And the hotel was actually welcoming all the head of states, all the artists, all the intellectuals. They all came here because it was the one grand hotel in Paris. And actually, when you look at the picture, it didn't change so much. It's still where you left it, right here, and maybe just the cars or the buses will change a little bit, but the hotel is still where you left it. So when we're talking about the Louvre Museum, we are not lying. Mona Lisa and all the artworks of the Louvre, they are just right here on the other side of the street. You can nearly visit the museum from your hotel room. So that's an incredible feature. You don't even need to, you can be in your pajamas and visiting a little bit the museum because you can see the artworks at night. So that's very, very fun. And actually, this is the place where we have the greatest starting point of exploration in the city. The great thing is that you can walk everywhere. Maybe the opera house, which you can see right in front of you, or just walking around. And we encourage our clients to just to walk out the door and explore the city by themselves. Within a 20-minute range, walking distance, you can access absolutely everything, from the Champs-Élysées to the, I don't know, to the Marais, to the Orsay Museum. So all the culture is there. Only the Eiffel Tower will be a little further away, but it's better to see it from far. You don't want to climb those stairs. Okay, so the great news about the hotel is that we renovated. It has not been renovated for the past 30 years. It was a little bit tired. And when I got on board in this hotel, we decided to close down the hotel for renovation. So we opened in June 2019 after 2.5 years of renovation. And then we closed again in March 2020 for a certain COVID-19. You've probably heard of it. So we didn't use the hotel very much actually. So it's still very fresh and it's very recent, even though the renovation dates back from 2019. It's absolutely stunning. And we've done that in the very tradition of the 19th century. This is a pure example of what an Haussmannian building is, which is the tradition of Paris building. We worked as well with an artist who designed a lot of beautiful figures and drawings for us that are an evocation of Paris. But the best thing, and I urge you to remember one thing about the hotel, is that this is the one hotel in Paris actually, which has 4 different facades and 4 different views. This is a hotel that has views over Paris. 70% of our rooms have a view over the city, maybe the Louvre Museum, the Opera House, the French National Theatre. It's an Instagrammable stay you're gonna have. I can tell you how many people are just like, as soon as they arrive at the hotel, they put out their phone and they immediately make a story and, share what they see from the hotel. So as you can see, it's very elegant and chic. We have a large collection of suites as well. It's very pleasant for couples, but also for families. And this is one of the latest enhancements of the hotel. We have considerably increased the number of rooms that are suitable for family. And I'm talking about real family rooms, a place where you can have 2 adults and 2 kids in the same room, not connecting room. This is the example we have in a family suite where you have these bunk beds. So this is of course for small kids, but whenever they come in, we put the amenities for kids like the little teepee, the little bicycle, etc. So everything is very cute and very targeted to make our little one happy when they check in here at the hotel. We also enhanced our collection of family suites, which are actually 2 connecting rooms, but sold as one by our partners from MTK. So it's very easy to book and guaranteed. You only need to double check the availability of the connecting room. Up to, well, this is one of my favorite suites, the Palais Royal suite. I love this one. Look at this bathtub. Incredible. You want to have a glass of champagne there too. And up to these Empire suites, which are actually a 3-bedroom suite. So again, we expanded the possibilities for families because we realized that a lot of people would make Paris a family destination. It's very rich in history. It's very now it's very walkable. There were many changes in the city now. You don't have so much traffic as you used to have. especially the Rue de Rivoli, which is the street which is just besides between the hotel and the Louvre Museum. So very pleasant. And one thing I'd like to tell you as well about Paris, because we didn't mention that very much. Well, France is about drinking champagne, of course, but also eating, right? And we have the pleasure of being the first brasserie in Paris. Brasserie is mean casual dining restaurants. It's not something too fancy, not too gourmet dining. It's very traditional. We have the first brasserie by this chef. This chef here, Paul Bocuse, is originally from the city of Lyon. Lyon is in the center of France, close to Italy or close to the mountains, if you want. And this city is known to be the capital of French gastronomy. And for the first time, Paul Bocuse and his family have opened a restaurant in Paris. And I want to tell you that you need to be coming with your appetite, because it's a beautiful traditional French cuisine, but portions are serious here. This is a normal dessert, and there is no no oversized dessert. This is very normal. So here you can try all the range of the most traditional food in Paris, going from the snails to the saulmenière to the blanquette, all these things. And I can tell you, we have a beautiful success among the locals. We have the hotel is the restaurant is actually facing the street. You don't understand it's from the hotel, and a lot of people just come here because of the reputation of the food. And I do as well personally take some time a reservation there. So it's a beautiful place. The jewel of the crown, and what I'm most proud of about this hotel, is this incredible renovation of what used to be the bar. So it used to be a bar with a ceiling. So it was actually, before we didn't have this amazing glass roof from the 19th century. And when we start the renovation of the hotel, we discovered that above the ceiling, there was this incredible glass roof from the 19th century that we decided to restore, to renovate with dedicated specialist people who are specialists in the glass of the 19th century, who have redone it completely. And here is the result now. This is the masterpiece of a renovation, where you have this incredible place where you can enjoy, of course, cocktails, all inspired by the French tradition, but also we have a pastry chef, Julien Prudhomme. I really recommend you to have a look in his Instagram. Sorry, he's now like the king of the castle in Paris. Everybody wants to try his tart, seasonal tarts and everything. So everybody wants to have a pastry or tea time here. It's a big success. I am done. Do you have any question?
Коллеги, какие-то вопросы по отелю?
I see notes in the
Yeah,
chat,
there is nothing in our chat.
but I cannot translate. Hop. I just want to answer the question regarding the sunbeds in the Martinez. Sorry, because I had the answer. So we have sunbeds available from 40 euros per day, and for the front row, so which is the first line of sunbeds, it will be about 70 euros. We'll be releasing the rates very soon.
Est-ce qu'il y aura des promos cette année, c'est-à-dire gratuit, 3e, 4e rang, non?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe there will be. I will tell you in due time. But yeah, for the moment, nothing is planned. Not to my knowledge at this stage.
Okay.
Okay.
I must say that it's included in the rate in Biarritz in Hotel du Palais.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So it's good. Thank you very much for the information, Valérie.
You're welcome. Do you
Well,
have questions for the Hotel du Palais?
Если есть
Коллеги,
какие-нибудь
ну что?
вопросы касательно отелей, про которые сегодня рассказывали наши коллеги, пожалуйста, задавайте.
Ну, видимо, уже, наверное, нет, потому что мы давно уже спрашиваем. А нет, вот что-то есть тут, да? Да, это все у нас будет обязательно. Во-первых, мы записали эту презентацию, мы ее сможем вам разослать. А во-вторых, Если вам нужны какие-то отдельные картинки, то, пожалуйста, напишите, кому нужно. Конечно же, мы пришлем. Тут совершенно без вопросов. Единственное, я еще разочек уточню, потому что мы начали, может быть, я проговорила быстро. Действительно, те, кто в зеленой зоне, а это две страны на сегодняшний день, Казахстан и Азербайджан, они могут летать совершенно спокойно без паспорта вакцинации. Вот, то есть все, как бы все ограничения для них сняты. Все остальные остаются в оранжевой зоне, и, к сожалению, для того, чтобы залететь во Францию, нужен паспорт вакцинации европейской вакцины. Это так и остается. Но, с другой стороны, никаких дополнительных документов, как то приглашение, бизнес-приглашение, медицинское и так далее, как бы сейчас уже не требуется. Хотя, вы знаете, честно вам скажу, мы всегда делаем, по крайней мере, ну, мы всегда делаем, всегда страхуемся на всякий случай для тех, у кого паспорта нет, для тех, у кого, может быть, российский паспорт. Мы сейчас максимальное количество документов все-таки делаем. А Молдова тоже в оранжевой зоне, к сожалению, вот я сейчас вижу, только две страны. Вот из СИАЭС, как бы, да, и всех наших бывших республик, только две страны, которые выделили в зеленую. И вот Азербайджан не иначе, как 2 дня назад. Казахстан уже недели 10 дней. Вот. Ну, как бы мы очень надеемся, кстати сказать, и мы на это смотрим, поскольку раньше было много рейсов из России прямых, теперь этого не будет, и мы очень ждем, что будут прямые рейсы на Лазурку. Как то сейчас... Вы знаете, эта информация у нас будет. Мы сделаем еще один вебинар отдельно для как бы конкретных стран, потому что, вот, например, Казахстан сейчас думает о том, чтобы пустить прямой, от Air France прямой рейс в Ниццу. Это действительно как бы вот, просто молимся на это каждый день, дай бог это случится. Поэтому как бы будет, я так думаю, будут какие-то подвижки к сезону, потому что, я говорю, не будет прямых рейсов из России, но они появятся из других стран. Как то, например, сейчас есть прямой рейс из Еревана 3 раза в неделю в Париж, поэтому, как бы, знаете, сейчас каким-то образом сейчас это все-таки будет двигаться. Вот, надеюсь, что появится еще что-то и где-то. Вот, ждем, да. Узбекистан, может быть, почему бы и нет, потому что вроде тоже сейчас неплохо совершенно выдают визы, и тоже неплохо. Мы планируем с Ату Франс сделать отдельный вебинар, где будет прям вот присутствовать консулы непосредственно по каждой стране, который может что-то сказать. Более того, скажу, что у нас планируется поездка с Ату Франс в Казахстан, также, где вот будут презентации с послами и консулами в Нур-Султане и в Алмате. Вот, как бы, возможно, будет то же самое сделано для Ташкента, пока еще как бы нет точной информации, но мы все ждем. Поэтому я говорю, если у вас какие-то вопросы есть, вы можете всегда спросить у нас. В любом случае мы тоже есть на местах, пожалуйста, это не забывайте. У нас есть Асель в Казахстане, у нас есть Асель в Азербайджане, у нас есть Лиля в Ташкенте. Если нет, у нас есть девочки, которые продолжают курсировать между другими странами. У нас есть Ксюша Мадатова, которая также контролирует некоторые рынки, поэтому, пожалуйста, милости просим, мы всегда к вашим услугам. Вот. Не бойтесь ехать во Францию, я вам говорю совершенно смело, я как бы вопрос этот задала в начале, но я как бы знаю на него ответ. Отели очень ждут и именно наших клиентов, не тех рынки, которые могут заменить наш рынок российский, но российский, я имею в виду русскоговорящий, а они ждут именно наших клиентов, потому что они особенные, вы это прекрасно знаете. Они заезжают по полной, они пользуются, это максимальные экстра, это максимальные траты на месте, это то, что они любят, то, к чему они привыкли. Поэтому отели готовы, ждут, и правда, если ваши клиенты хотят, и не просто так, я вот тоже сказала, что консульство, несмотря ни на что, ни на какую страшную ситуацию, которая сейчас есть в России, французское консульство прекраснейшим образом выдавало визы с самого первого дня войны и продолжает их сейчас выдавать все больше и больше, облегчая эти условия. Полностью теперь как бы не нужен этот паспорт вакцинации для того, чтобы получить французскую визу. Я сама получала, не продлевала, а получала для ребенка визу 3 марта, то есть в самый-самый пик, за 2 дня 5 лет ребенку. Вот просто обратите на это внимание, что это прям вот...
Летняя виза ты имеешь в виду, да, а не мультивиза пятилетняя.
Пятилетняя мультивиза, да, ребенку 3 марта была поставлена, и как бы эта ситуация продолжается. Они действительно, французы дают максимальное количество. Мы разговаривали с консульством, кстати, Асель, в Азербайджане, вот вчера тоже от Франс разговаривали, нету проблем. Они говорят, выдают достаточно быстро, но несмотря на то, что... Они говорят, официально это неделя, но выдают визы за 3 дня, нету никаких предубеждений по поводу того, что выдавать, отказывать, проверять. Нет, как бы все облегчено. По крайней мере, это так, как они отчитываются, консульство перед Ату Франс, который прозванивает и спрашивает. Казахстан напротив говорит, все, что нужно, все сделаю, все как бы проблемы сниму, срочные визы пишите, если вам нужно побыстрее, опять же, пишите, если какой-то там отдельный кейс, расскажите. То есть они идут навстречу. Они идут навстречу, и как бы я четко вижу, что есть вот эта вот заинтересованность, поэтому как бы нас ждут, поэтому не надо как бы сейчас ставить крест на Европе, а напротив, нужно сейчас пользоваться тем, что не так много клиентов, слава богу, и можно где-то апгрейд попросить, и можно где-то как бы спецпредложением воспользоваться, они сейчас есть, и в Париже их много, я, кстати, буду делать эту рассылку, и много как бы возможностей как бы апгрейдов, да, тоже это я как бы пришлю. В любом случае, если есть какие-то отдельные у вас случаи, да, для каких-то ваших спецклиентов, опять же, мы здесь, мы на месте, мы ждем, обращайтесь. В каждом конкретном случае можно, я сейчас напишу, да, в каждом конкретном случае это можно прямо обсудить вот непосредственно для ваших клиентов. Я говорю, сейчас это то самое время. Поэтому давайте как бы немножко отдохнем от Турции и Эмират, ну уже хватит. Ну, правда, 2 года Турция, Эмираты, наверное, уже все-таки люди подустали, уже хочется чего-то красивого, магазинного, уже хочется красивой кухни, уже хочется красивых музеев и всего этого. Европы нам явно не хватало за эти 2 года, давайте уже как бы на это сильно ориентироваться. Вот, если у вас есть вопросы, пожалуйста, задавайте их. Если нет, то я тогда вас всех очень благодарю. Спасибо большое. Давайте верить в лучшее, а лучшее обязательно наступит, так или иначе. Сейчас я передам еще 2 слова нашим гостям. Александр, tu veux dire quelque chose, s'il te plaît?
Yes, of course. No,
Dis-moi, s'il te plaît, juste, tu vas venir à Kazakhstan avec Atout France? Tu vas venir.
non, je viens pas.
Et pourquoi? Pourquoi?
Non, mais peut-être qu'on aura du monde qui viendra, mais moi, je viens pas au Kazakhstan, malheureusement. I wish.
Bon, ok.
Euh,
Dommage. Hein.
ouais. Écoutez, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. You were 66 at the peak, or 68 maybe. So thank you very much for attending with such energy and passion. I hope you find it instructive and that we could, shed the light on some of our beautiful properties in France. Again, you can rely on our partnership with MTK and all the teams that you speak to on a daily basis. They know very well our hotels. We have been working together for a long time already. So reach out to them and we will be, making the stay of your guest unique and memorable, maybe in Paris, the French Riviera, or Biarritz, of course. So do not hesitate. Thank you. And до свидания, I guess.
Thank you very much, Alexander.
Thank you.
Да.
Thank you very
very
much.
much.
Merci beaucoup
Merci.
pour votre présence. Merci beaucoup pour
Merci à
votre
vous.
maintien.
Merci
Quand même,
à
c'est
vous.
très important pour nous. Bon, on va rêver tous, on va croiser les doigts. Bon, juste ne suivez pas tout ce qui se passe actuellement. N'ayez pas des sentiments contre les Russes. N'oubliez pas que nos clients sont toujours les meilleurs. Voilà, et on va rester sur ce point. Voilà.
Absolument.
On va attendre
Bien
les
sûr,
clients,
bien
c'est le
sûr,
plus
madame.
important. Tout le reste, c'est pas à nous, c'est le politique.
Exactement. Entendu. Bon, écoutez, encore merci pour cette opportunité. Thank you very much for being there and offering us the opportunity to present the hotel. And we're waiting for you whenever you can come.
À bientôt.
Ready.
Bye bye.
Merci beaucoup.
Bye.
À
Thank
bientôt.
you.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Thank you very much.
Жемчка, привет!